skills. Unit number 1. Writing skills. And these writing skills, what are the parts of speech? Whenever you write, how do you write? What are the components, what are the features, and what you should know? So as we talked about verbal communication can be vocal, that is spoken, or written. So verbal communication is, it can be spoken, you speak either face to face or on phone. The other is written, it can be in the form of email, letters, notes, articles. So all these forms are written communication, where your writing skills are involved. Writing skills are the skills or the specialty, expertise of writing something. So SMS, chat, this chat is most common today, like WhatsApp, etc., blogs. So these writing skills, whenever you write, this becomes very important while communicating. See here, this is a sentence. Now in this sentence, this is a proper sentence consisting of certain words. And these words, depending upon their use, are called as part of speech. So sentence is the set of words. It clearly present certain message. Sentence are simply a group of words. For example, this is a sentence. Now you see all these words which I am pointing here, these are combination of word and that are communicating a complete thought. That is a complete idea or a part of communication. For example, if you say Pooja goes to school. Now Pooja goes to school means Pooja is someone who goes to school. So this is a whole sentence. But there are a certain group of words that doesn't correspond to complete sense. Still they are. We use it. And they are called as phrase. So what is the difference between a phrase and a sentence? Sentence gives you complete thought. Phrase is not making complete sense. Like Pooja goes. We don't know Pooja goes where. Either to school or to market. So Pooja goes, we will call it as a phrase. So the complete meaning is a sentence. The group of word giving complete meaning and the group of word giving partial meaning or not making complete sense is called as a phrase. Okay. Please remember that every sentence should start with a capital letter. For example, all these round I'm making, these are capital words because these are sentence. So this is capital, this is small. In your keyboard you see caps lock button that makes a letter caps, means uppercase. So for a sentence, when it starts with a capital letter, it should end with what? It should end with either a question mark, a full stop, or exclamation mark, or a period, or a dot. So let me give you examples of these certain sentences. Sentences you use to talk, sentences you use to write. For example, the first one is asking a question. When will you complete your homework? So this is a question. So this is a proper sentence. It starts with a capital letter, ends with a question mark. So this is a proper question. This is a kind of interrogative sentence basically. I completed it yesterday. So assert imperative you can call it because it ends with a dot. Now that is good. That is good means you have an exclamation mark. That means this is showing certain feeling, certain expression, certain strong emotion. Capitalization. Now we know that every sentence starts with a capital letter. But in a sentence or a paragraph, there are certain words or the way in which you have to use a capital letter. For example, if you see every sentence starts with a capital letter. But where are those places where we will use capital letters? For that, we have a simple rule which is called as TINS. Tins. So there is a simple rule. If you remember this TINS, then you will be able to capitalize the word correctly. So each letter in the word tins. T means title. Title, what it shows, this is alphabet T. So this capitalize the first letter in the titles because we use it before people name. For example, Dr. Malik, Mr. Pandey, Mrs. Brad. Okay, so Mrs. Pandey, we are using M as capital. P is also capital because it is a name. Now second is I. I is for you, me, I. When you're talking about yourself, that is capitalize the word I when it is used as a word because we are using it as a pronoun. Pronoun is those words which are used in place of noun. You cannot write name every time, so you have to use a pronoun. I. You are I only. So you will write it in capital. So this I is talking about yourself and you are a person. So name should come in capital. So he said that this I should be capital, should accompany him to the mall. I is capital, right? Pronoun I'm talking about. Now coming to the third one, N stands for names. So it can be a name of a person. It can be name of any person. It can be name of any places. It can be name of days. It can be name of a month. We have 12 months. We have 7 days. We have places like New York. So you won't write New York like this. You have to capitalize N and you have to capitalize Y also. New York. Days, for example, Sunday, Monday, you have to start with S capital. For Monday, M capital. For Tuesday, T capital, like this. Similarly, the month, see here, I've given 12 months. Every month starts with a capital letter. So December, you have D capital. October, you have O capital. The summer break is starting this Friday, so F has to be capital. And will continue till the end of June, J capital. Suresh, S is capital because it is a name, is planning to visit London. London is a place. It's a capital of UK, England. So we have got till N, now S. S means you are starting a sentence. As I said, always start a sentence with a capital letter. So the little girl, T is capital here. The little girl lost her book. Punctuation. So whenever we talk, we just don't talk without break, without pauses. I'll just speak one sentence, right? Like this. Omar is a professor, his students call him Professor Amar. This is not the way we are going to speak. Omar is a professor. Sentence is finished. His student call him Professor Omar. Now there has to be some pauses, there has to be some breaks. In traffic also you have stop signs, you have green signals, you have zebra crossings. So whenever you speak, this should comprehend to what you're writing also. So punctuation is full stop, comma, question mark, exclamation mark, apostrophe. These are the symbols we use in communication to separate parts of sentence because we want a better clarity of the message, how we want to speak, how it should be understood, right? So there are certain common punctuation mark and there are certain rules also. Let us see one by one. So the first one is full stop. That is a period sign, dot. This is a sign we use, dot. So where it is used? It is used at the end of a sentence. Every sentence ends with a dot. Not every. I'll show you the question mark, exclamation also. Most of the sentence. Let me change my sentence. Omar is a professor. Now this sentence ends. His students call him Professor Omar. Now you see professor, because professor you don't want to write it whole. So when you are making it short, you put a dot. So this prof dot, so this is used with short form of long words. If you are writing Dr. Omar, dr dot, you will not write doctor every time. So here dot are used. Second is comma. Comma is indicating a pause in the sentence, because here you are going to stop for a while. So see, there are there may be two or more items in a row. They are items. So you use comma to separate them. I'll give example of each of them. First is pause. After getting down from the bus, I am pausing now. I walked towards my school. So I paused at comma. This is why comma is used, right? So second one is, there are certain items. The grocery store had a fresh. There are three items. Kiwis, comma, strawberries and mangoes. If one more is there, you will put two comma. So this is how the meaning comes more clear here. Third is question mark. So this is a question mark. So this is used at the end of a question. Whenever there is a sentence which is an interrogative sentence where a question is being asked, where is your book? So this question mark is actually ending it with a question mark sign. Next one is exclamation sign. Where do we use? This is used at the end of a word or a sentence to indicate a strong feeling, strong emotion, which comes out of you without something happens very good or very bad. What a beautiful dress. You might have not seen that kind of dress. So you said, what a beautiful dress. So you use an exclamation mark. So the emotions are coming, the feelings are coming. Hooray, we won the match. Hooray is showing that the person is happy because we won the match. Next is the apostrophe, single also, double also it comes. So this single apostrophe is used followed by this S. That is, if you are having something or that is in possession or belonging to someone. That is, it is belonging to some person. How do you say that? I'll take an example. That is Shobha's cat. So Shobha apostrophe S is indicating that cat is belonging to Shobha. Okay, if you are having, means it's talking about possession or belonging. Now coming to, are these Rahim's color pencils? So Rahim's, because these color pencils belong to Rahim, or they are asking. So we use a question mark also, we use a apostrophe after Rahim's. We are now using shortened form, or shortened form in this speech. She isn't coming to school today. Everyone knows that we are talking about she is not coming to school today. So isn't N apostrophe S is corresponding to what? Apostrophe. Shortened word. Basic parts of speech. So in a sentence, how do we use different words? And these words are called the part of speech, and how to write them or speak them grammatically correct in a sentence. So the meaning should come clear, and these part of speech are there for it. There are various parts of speech. Let me talk about the basic one. Nouns, pronouns, adjective, verbs and adverbs. Okay. Noun. Whenever we talk about NPAT, you can remember name, place, animal, thing. Name, place, animal, thing. Name of anyone, name of any place, name of any animal, or name of anything, even the thought. Thought and ideas also comes under noun. Pronoun. Pronoun are the nouns. The pronouns are used in place of noun. Because when you are talking about a person, you will not write his name again and again. So you will say he, she, you, I. So basically these are people. You are talking about he, she, you, I. But you won't write name again and again. That is why you use pronoun. He is playing cricket. Ram is very good at cricket. He plays for the cricket academy. Coming to adjectives. Adjectives are basically enhancing the nouns, or they are giving special say thrust, pressure or visheshta. Vegetable is there, you made a vegetable, but when you add spicy vegetable, so you are adding something to it. Spicy vegetable, right? So adjectives are basically adding more thrust to the noun. Okay, I'll talk about this with examples also. Verbs is action. Something is happening. Walk. You walk, that is something is happening. Talk. Static, we are not talking about. Adverbs are basically for verbs. So now they are adding meaning or extrapolating the meaning of verbs. So walk, if you say slowly walk, or slow walk, or slowly walking, or quickly jumping. So these part of speech, these are the part of speech. Noun are the words, these are naming words, naming person, place, thing, idea, thought, okay, animal. For example, you see there is a sentence, Kavita bought a book. What is the noun here? Noun is Kavita and book, because one is a name, a person, book is a thing. So Kavita and book both are noun. For example, let us take more example, tiger, truth, India, Raj, January. So the Raj is a name, January is month, India is country, like this. Truth is an idea. Pronoun. We don't want to write the name again and again. So now we are using pronoun. These are the words used in place of noun. For example, Kavita bought a book. This we know. Now we want to have one more sentence. She has a great book collection. We could have written Kavita has a great book collection, but we are using she in place of Kavita. So she is a pronoun. I, you, they, us, she, he. These are pronoun. Adjectives. What are adjectives? Adjectives are the words that are describing or giving some more meaning to the other words. Kavita bought a best-selling book. Normally we do it with noun. So Kavita bought a book is a complete sentence, but when we are adding best-selling, that is, we are adding meaning or we are describing the book. Best-selling is an adjective used for the noun, which is a book. So adjectives are normally used for describing the noun. Large, red, naughty, weak, 1 foot. Verb is something showing action, words showing action. Kavita buys a new book every month. So buys is what? Buys means it's a verb. That is, Kavita, what Kavita does, it's action, run, eat, think, sit, like this. Adverb, these are used for verb. So the words that add meaning to verbs by answering certain question. What are the question? How? How often? When? Where? So when we are talking about verbs and we need to ask question about verbs, that how often, when, and where. So these are adverbs normally used with verbs. Adverbs. So add means adding to verb. Adjectives means adding to the noun. So let us take an example. It is giving, as I said, adverb will always answer what the verb is, how it is, how often, when, and where. So Kavita quickly read her book. So quickly is telling about how Kavita did the action, how the action was taking place, how often does the action take place, when does the action take place, where does the action take place. Now we have a complete sentence here. Now we'll try to find out in this sentence what are our parts of speech. For example, hooray! Shyam and his team won the exciting match yesterday. Now you see one thing. Shyam is a name. Team is a group of people. So it is also a noun. Shyam. Match is something being played. Okay. So name, place, animal, thing, thought, ideas, these are all noun. So Shyam, team, and match. These are nouns. Nouns. Now, this match was exciting. So exciting is basically, a match is a noun. No, exciting is describing this match, how it was exciting match. So adjective, exciting is an adjective because it is describing what? It is describing the word match, noun. How about one? Now, won the match. One is describing one is basically a verb, because what is being done? The team won. So one is a noun, is a verb, sorry. Verb is this. Now, when it was won yesterday, so this word yesterday is describing verb. So this is a adverb. Now we talked about all the content here, but we didn't talk about and. We didn't talk about the. We didn't talk about hooray. What are these? These are called supporting words. So these are basically used to join the main parts of speech together. So these are adding to information of the sentence. So these are supporting part of speech. So we'll talk about this article. This is a and the. So we'll be taking the example also. Articles are a and the. Conjunctions, that is two different parts, or you can say sentences can be combined. Preposition is place. It is talking about position, in, on, under. Interjection is certain feeling coming out. Okay, let us see all of these with an example. So supporting parts of speech, these are articles, a and the. So generally they are used before noun. Articles are used before noun. And is always used before a noun, generally with the noun starting from a, e, i, o, u. These are vowels. The others, that is the consonants, we use a. The is referring to a specific or a particular word. A specific word. I'll just give an example. Okay. Wow. The boy was taken by surprise because he saw a bird flying over his head. Now, if you see here, we have the. This is boy is a specific person. Now, a is used. A bird. Bird, B is a consonant. So we use a. Otherwise, if it would have been vowel, we will use an. Bird is a vowel. B is a vowel. Coming to conjunctions. Conjunctions and, but, because. So these are adding to nouns, phrases or sentences. So the two different sentences, two different phrases or two different nouns can be joined using and, but, because. Let us see here. Example. Wow, the boy was taken by surprise because. Now this because is a conjunction. The boy was taken by surprise is by itself a sentence. Because he saw a bird flying over his head. Right? So and, but and because. Preposition. Just remember positions here. Position. It is talking about position. On, over, in, under, where. So it is this preposition connect one word with another, and it usually answer where, when and how. On, over, in, under. So this is talking about combination, and also it is talking about the position. Where, when, how. The boy was taken by surprise because he saw a bird flying over his head. Over is a preposition. Flying over where? Where? Over his head. So it is as giving the answer. Interjection. Interjection is emotion. Like it can be happiness, it can be surprise, it can be anger, it can be pain. So wow, help. This wow is an interjection. Right? So this is wow. So we saw this is a single sentence, and we saw there are so many things, parts of speech. Now let us take question and answer here. In which of the following the underlined word is an adjective? So you're not seeing the underline, but I'll tell you what underlined are there. So this is the multiple choice questions answered by NCERT. So in which of the following the underlined word is an adjective? Okay. The first one, Radha has a red dress. So red is underlined. So it is correct because dress is a noun and we are talking about the description. I can speak French. I can speak French. So speak French. Speak is not an adjective, right? So you can cross it. The Girl on the Train is a bestseller. Now bestseller is underlined here. So the book is bestseller. So bestseller is an adjective used for this book. This is correct. Abdul can swim fast. Abdul can swim. Swim is a verb. It's a verb. So there is no adjective here. So if you see the answer here, A and C. If you see the book, you'll see A and C the answer. Which of these sentences is capitalized correctly? Capitalized. See, I is incorrect. I has to be capital. Salim is okay visiting in July. J is wrong. J should be in capital because it is month. The tiger is a strong animal. Absolutely correct. Okay, everything is correct. She is arriving on Monday. S is capital. M is capital. So it is absolutely correct. So the answer, because one is the weekday and one is the name. C and D is answer. Third is which of these sentences are punctuated correctly. So we have dot, there is period, comma, exclamation, question mark, apostrophe. When is the party? So this is a question. So you have to have a question mark. So this is wrong. Then we have I had bread omelette and a banana for breakfast. So it's not required, right? And is already there. So this is I am so excited about my first foreign trip. So this is exclamation mark. Okay, this is Abdul's notebook. So apostrophe is used, right? So this is okay. So C and D will make it correct. Fourth is in which of these sentences can you find an adverb? Adverb is describing and answering question about verb. Okay, Divya drinks milk every day. So milk, drinks is a verb. Every day is the adverb. Sanjay gifted me no new pen. No, I opened the door lock. No, Sita is 5 feet tall. So 5 feet is you can say it's an adjective. It's not an adverb. So the first one, milk every day, is giving the answer. That is the correct one. Okay, coming to fill in the blanks. Fill correct nouns and verbs from the given option to complete the sentence in table given below. So here is the answer. You can have a look here also, but I'll explain it. So this is a girl, but we don't have an option of a girl here. You see? Boy, Miss Sain, Rahim, children, cat, students. So let us assume that this girl is a boy because the picture is of a girl. So we assume it to be a boy. We cannot take students, even we cannot take children because it has to be more than one. Right? Okay. Miss Sain. No. Miss Sain is the penultimate one. So let us add here. Let us assume this girl is a boy because we don't have an option of a girl. So the boy is because she is swimming. That we can see. The girl is swimming. So we are taking boy from noun and swimming from the verb. I hope you got the idea. One you have to take from noun, one you have to take from verb. So the boy is swimming. Okay. Second one. You see here there are children and what they are doing? They are playing. So the children are playing. Here, see. Two girls are there, they are writing also. So the students are, there are two. So two are there, students are, they are writing. If you see, they have pen in their hand, they are writing. Now coming to D. This is driving going on. This is driving. So who is he? Rahim. Rahim is driving the car. Because there are options. Mrs. Sain is not driving the car. The cat is not driving. So Rahim has to drive. Now you see a woman here and she is Miss Sain. So Miss Sain is what she is doing. You can take teaching from the verb. So Miss Sain is teaching. And last one, the cat. She is a cat. So the cat. So you can take cat from here. And only one option is remaining, eating. So the cat is eating milk. We can use here. Okay. So this is how you have to choose. Identify the conjunction and preposition from the list below and write these in the correct box. Conjunction is joining two phrases, nouns, words or sentences. And preposition is talking about the position. So let us take this one by one. I'll talk about preposition first. So as I said, preposition is talking about position, where, okay, the position. And two sentences and these are phrases are joined. They are taking conjunction. Conjunction is joining. Okay, so let us take one by one. Okay, over. So this is talking about position. Over we have. So this is position. Under. See, this is over, lower, side, beside, until, under, towards, within, without, despite. Since is not there, and these are all conjunctions. In is a preposition because it is talking about position. Although at is also at is a preposition. Although is not there. Preposition, as I said, please remember the word position, then you will understand what preposition is. Although can combine to or up is a position, so up is there. On something, on this is also a preposition. Beside is also a preposition. So all other I left are called conjunction. So as I said earlier also, preposition, these are common preposition, you can see also, and these are talking about certain answers it give, where. Okay, now others all are your conjunction because this happened, because this, and, since, although, or, these are coming under conjunctions. Okay.